Now let's introduce our teams. Looking for their collegiane's first Turkey Bowl championship with a record of 10-1-0, scoring 59 goals while allowing only 12. Welcome to the field, your 2023 American League champions, the Pi Zeta Wolverines. Having won 8 Turkey Bowls with a record of 11-0, scoring 50 goals while allowing nothing but 7. Give it up for your 2023 National League champions, the Beta Kappa Hornets.
Hello and welcome fans and viewers from all over to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, who tonight is hosting the Turkey Bowl for the 2023 school year. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman. Alongside me, David Stiefel. David, I'm just falling for words out of excitement for this match that we've been highly anticipating all season.
Yeah, and it's a loaded match today. I mean, we were looking at even the stats going into this game. We saw that the Hornets, they're 11-0. And they literally had a goal differential of, they had 50 goals for and 7 goals against. And then the Wolverines were 10-1, but still, this goal differential was insane. 59 goals for and 12 goals against.
One thing about the Wolverines that's super interesting is the fact that they have 59 goals scored, but 28 of those goals were scored by their striker, Austin Dayblow. 28 goals and a hat trick in the game to send them in the championship against the Stingrays.
Yeah, and that's amazing to have that feat under your belt going into this game especially. But one thing, you kind of mentioned it, the Wolverines, this is their first Turkey Bowl. Ever.
Yes.
They don't have any championships, anything. So this is an exciting moment, and they can be making history tonight.
Yeah, and one thing that's super interesting, if the Hornets win this one, they will be tied for the most with the Stingrays for Turkey Bowls ever won. A lot at stake at this game, but what are the Hornets going to do to be successful? What are their strengths that they're really positive about in this match?
I think it's their ability to be able to play and hold possession as a team. I mean, I was able to talk to a few guys, and one of the things that they're looking forward to is just being able to work together, move the ball, find the passes individually in between one another, and push each other to get that goal and play smart with the ball and not just kick it away.
Let's talk about the midfield here for the Hornets. They got guys like Andre Barbu and Daniel Toma feeding the midfield for this ball club. How important is for them to hold this 4-4-2 formation and for them to control the midfield in this match?
Yeah, I think one of the things that the midfield has to do a good job of is staying central and not losing their head. I can speak really, really highly into this. Andre, playing alongside him as an Eagle, he's an ex-Eagle, and just being able to talk to him going into this game, he knows just how important the responsibility of holding possession and making sure that you're winning in the midfield. I mean, we could talk about the Wolverines on the other side with their midfield. They have Jack Miller.
Yes.
Jack Miller is all over the place. He's a phenomenal athlete. And so it's going to be a hard challenge for him. Just being able to battle against both sides. It's going to be a great midfield battle. But like you said earlier, the Wolverines have a guy up top that's been making history this season.
Yes. 28 goals. Some collegians don't even have that many goals as a collective unit, and the fact that he's able to get that by himself is quite amazing. We look at the Pi Zeta Wolverines. We mentioned some guys like Jack Miller, Luke Miller also as well, and Austin Dayblow. 28 goals in the season. Quite impressive. Let's go ahead and talk about the Hornets as well. They have a freshman that has been playing phenomenal all season, and that freshman is Riley Hawes. He had 2 of the 3 goals against the Hawks to get them into this championship. How unique is it that they have a freshman leading the charge as far as their scoring?
I think it's going to be important that the other more experienced guys come around him and just support him and encourage him to just own that responsibility of playing up top and feeding him the ball. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is just getting the ball to your feet and getting those opportunities in space to be able to capitalize.
You scrimmaged against them, you being an ex-Eagle yourself. You got a chance yesterday to play against the Hornets. What are some of their strengths and also some of the things that they're possibly lacking at that might be something that the Wolverines can capitalize on?
I mean, one thing that I really talked to them about yesterday when we were playing was making sure that you're not just playing the ball just to play it, and making sure that you're actually finding feet and being creative. I think that's one of the biggest things, is not being too predictable for them is going to be their challenge this game, because this team of athletes, honestly, on the Wolverines side, may not be as technical as the Hornets, but they are able to create a lot more by just creating more opportunities of just putting the ball in space and allowing guys to run onto it.
There's been a phrase that you've been repeating over and over again. Finding feet. How important is finding feet going to be, not just for the Hornets, and also but for the Wolverines? And what do you define that as? Finding feet, whether in the box or whether feet moving? How do you describe that as a term you just mentioned?
So finding feet is something that we refer to as a term of being able to either playing into space or even just with your passes, is making sure that the ball is played directly to their feet or into a path that they're able to run into. And so that's something that you definitely want as a team to make sure that you're doing, so that you're not just giving away possession, because possession is going to be vital in big games like this. Because, like I mentioned earlier in the girls' game, it's turkey time, bro.
I love that. You've been saying that all day, and I honestly can't get that out of my mind. But let's go ahead and talk about the goalkeeping for both teams. We got Josh Botello in the box for the Hornets and Ethan Price for the Wolverines. Both guys that are seniors, both guys that have taken huge responsibilities for the teams, both guys that have been a part of the huge reason why they have such a large goal differential. How pivotal is for them to limit mistakes that are crucial in this match?
I think both of those guys are experienced, and they've been in these situations. I know Ethan has a past of playing at a club back home, and Josh is great and has that championship under his belt from last year's Turkey Bowl. And so I really do think that both of these guys showing up and being able to make those big saves is going to help their team in a major way. And I might just add, like, both of these guys are just phenomenal, both on and off the field, and they have great character and leadership. So it's really just something that you're able to talk about, but it shows their leadership in taking ownership of that back line and helping their team.
Coach before, not coach. Hey, maybe one of these days you can end up being the coach. But David, we didn't do this in the first game, but let's do this right now. What is your prediction for who's going to be victorious in this game and why?
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be. I'm gonna say 2-1 or 2-0 Hornets. So yeah, I would say that it would be probably 2-1. But yeah, what was your prediction, Al?
It's a really interesting situation here. Both teams are very talented. Both teams have offensive power. Both teams, we haven't mentioned this, have very great defensive backs as well that are sustaining their defense and also motivating their offense. But you know what? I like the Hornets and their odds, but let me pick the opposite here. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Wolverines to possibly be victorious here, and Dayblow being a huge factor, especially on the offensive side in this match.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm hoping either way, whether like I said Hornets, you said Wolverines. I'm just hoping for a great game altogether.
Honestly, and I think both teams have phenomenal scores. I think both teams play very well. And I think one thing that's interesting between both teams, both of them play disciplined football. Both of them play very controlled, strategic. I mean, especially in their formations. We're going to see the Hornets go with a loaded midfield. But we're also going to see the Wolverines go very defensive and only have one striker on top, being Dayblow. So both of these teams are good. Both of these teams are strategic. But we will see when we come back who'll be victorious in this match. Hey, Steve, what time is it?
It's turkey time.
It's turkey
Alvin.
time, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. The next voice you will be hearing is our PA announcer, Logan Toothman. But until then, it's turkey time at the Turkey Bowl in the 2023 school year, also the 50th anniversary of Pensacola Christian College. We'll see you soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is Veterans Day, a day to salute those who gave of themselves to serving our country. At this time, we would once again ask that all of our veterans who have served in the United States military, along with those who are active duty or reservists, to please rise so that you may be recognized with a round of applause of appreciation from those you have helped to defend. And now, we would ask that you please join our veterans and rise for a moment of silence to honor the men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our country. Today, we salute those who lost their lives from the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we're led in prayer by Student Body Chaplain Michael Goodman. After prayer, remain standing as Eve Allen, Amy Goforth, and Megan Smith sing our national anthem.
Let's pray. Father, thank you for this day that you've given to us. Thank you for this beautiful night and for holding off the rain for these matches. I pray that you be with this championship game, that you give the players sportsmanship and safety as they play. Pray that you bless the rest of this night and bless the ladies that are coming to sing. In Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
On the field tonight for the Pi Zeta Wolverines. Number 2, a freshman from Texas, James Liu. Number 11, a senior from Georgia, Benji Goodwin. Number 12, a senior from Italy, Carlo Mercurio. Number 17, a freshman from Indiana, Braden Wagner. Number 28, a freshman from Michigan, Justin Kennedy. Now introducing the starters for your Pi Zeta Wolverines. Number 1, a senior goalkeeper from Indiana, Ethan Price. Number 4, a senior center midfielder from Uzbekistan, Coleman Cook. Number 5, a senior left midfielder from Indiana, Austin Shetty. Number 6, a junior center forward from Indiana, Austin Dabelow. Number 7, a senior right midfielder from New Jersey, Jack Miller. Number 8, a senior right center back from Ohio, Colton Nepshield. Number 10, a freshman left forward from Indiana, Cole DeBelow. Number 13, a freshman right forward from Indiana, DJ Yider. Number 14, a sophomore left center back from Indiana, Luke Miller. Number 16, a freshman right back from Georgia, Johnny Ramos. And number 19, a freshman left back from Michigan, Andrew Armstrong. Now introducing the Beta Kappa Hornets. Number 9, a sophomore from Florida, Leon Yachter. Number 11, a freshman from Georgia, Robin Velasquez. Number 18, a freshman from Japan, Sean Brandenburg. Number 4, a sophomore from Italy, Antoine Andrade. Number 43, a sophomore from Michigan, Judah Loy. Number 69, a freshman from Arizona, Joel Reese. And on the field tonight, as your starters for the Beta Kappa Hornets, number 0, a senior goalkeeper from Connecticut, Josh Botello. Number 1, a junior right forward from Virginia, Andrew Bishop. Number 2, a sophomore left back from Spain, David Dianda. Number 8, a sophomore right midfielder from Spain, Daniel Dianda. Number 10, a senior center midfielder forward from Cali, Colombia, Andre Barbu. Number 12, a senior center back from Ohio, Jack Bork. Number 14, a freshman center forward from Michigan, Riley Hawes. Number 15, a junior left forward from Connecticut, Charlie Bone. Number 21, a junior center back from Virginia, Joshua Torres. Number 32, a junior left midfielder from California, Daniel Toma. And number 66, a freshman right back from Argentina, Nicholas Doe. Tonight's officials are Kerry Shinagan, Mike Walter, and Luke Niles. The team captains will now meet in the middle of the field for the coin toss. A quick reminder to the fans to enjoy the food from the concessions trailer and food trucks. The game will begin in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, fans from all over and viewers from around the country, to the Turkey Bowl, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles as well, playing on Eagle Field. We have Jack Bork and Austin Dablow for the coin toss. And Steve, I'm super excited for this match. Two very competitive teams, two of the best teams around as far as collegiate play to go off and face against each other in this match tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, it's exciting. Sorry, I was laughing a little bit. I saw 2 T-Rexes getting chased by a Hornet.
Nice. You do not see that every day.
No, you do not.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just the environment that's fostered here in the Turkey Bowl. You see guys just dress up in weird costumes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like Christmas morning. But turkey.
Christmas?
Sure.
No, it's gonna be exciting. I'm thrilled to be able to be here and commentate this game. I know a ton of. I mean, you and I both know a ton of these guys, and it's gonna be an intense game. And we kind of talked about it at the beginning, but just to see who wins, and to see who's willing to just put it all out there, because it's gonna be high intensity from the get-go. It's gonna be a matter of who's able to do the little things right.
And the guy dribbling in the middle of the field right now, Austin Dayblow. We mentioned earlier in the pregame, 28 goals this season and a hat trick to get his team to the final. How big of a performance is he going to have in order for them to be successful?
I think one of the things that he has to do good at is making sure that he's not getting hurt. I mean, if I'm the opposing team right from the get-go, the first touch that he has, I'm going to get stuck in hard. And so he's got to be safe and aware that they're probably going to try to stop him really hard, really fast.
Let's go ahead and look at the formation there by the Wolverines. We have a lone striker there in Dayblow, 3 guys in the second layer, another 3 guys, I believe 4 guys in that third layer, and then 2 guys back. Very interesting formation to start off.
Yeah, it looks like they're sitting in at a 4-5-1 with 1 center attacking mid with 1 forward, as they're playing with 2 defensive backs, as we see right from the get-go. Jack Miller gets stuck in and he gets hit hard.
You mentioned before off air that this would be a very physical match. Not even a minute in and someone on the deck. In the midfield, and a great attack here by the Hornets. We already see so much physicality. Not even a minute into the match here, Stiefel.
Yeah, and it's going to be like that the whole night. So it's going to be definitely an exciting game to watch, and they got free subs. They don't have to wait for when they want to sub a guy. So as soon as you get tired, it's going to be fresh legs and then getting the next fresh guy back in.
Jack Miller for the throw in here. We talked about his athleticism earlier. He was on the football championship team for the Wolverines, the basketball championship team for the Wolverines, and now he's here tonight as a senior graduating this December, and his last time here at the Turkey Bowl. What a story.
Yeah, and he's a phenomenal athlete. That's all there is to it. And he's very aggressive, and he loves to play hard, which is exactly what you want to see from a defensive mid in this game.
Barbo with a beautiful pass. Is that Toma, I believe?
Yeah, he found Andre Barbu was able to find that right there with Dan Toma.
That's Toma right there for a shot. And just wide.
Yeah, it was just wide, and in being able to get that shot off. I mean, we saw right there, he was highly contested as there was a sliding tackle coming in. You got to be careful in this. Right from the get-go, your shins might be gone.
And that play started off with a beautiful pass delivered from your friend and former teammate, Andre Barbu, actually. I didn't want to mess it up there.
You're good.
But talk about his leadership that he has and that presence he has at that center midfield position.
I think it's going to be vital because he needs to keep his head. Like, that's his biggest thing, is if he's able to stay calm, cool, and collected in this game, then it's going to be hard for this Wolverines team to win, because he's got great vision and he's got a big foot to be able to move the ball from one side of the field to the other.
Miller tried to set up Dayblow, but he was all by himself in a sea of black jerseys. You mentioned the formation, them being in a 1-5-1. What is your emotions there? Do you like it? Do you love it? Are you opposed to it? 4-5-1,
it was a
5-2?
4-5-1.
Oh, yeah, you start from the back
4-5-1.
and you go
Yeah.
to the front. My bad. My apologies. I mean, I'm good enough of a defender to,
No,
be the
I just had to
guy.
pause and think a little bit, because I was like, 4, 5. Oh, looks getting a little bit aggressive right there as Andrew Bischoff almost crashed into Ethan Price and took him out. But yeah, 4-5-1 really is something that you set up for more of an attacking team that you're going against, so that you're able to have more bodies behind the ball. But then it's also a great formation for a quick counterattack as we see the ball coming out.
Dayblo took on a bunch of teammates for the Hornets, but no one to receive that cross. You mentioned earlier in the pregame, finding feet. Beautiful delivery, but don't think he was able to find some feet as someone found the ground there.
Yeah.
Toma with the delivery. And a whistle from the center official. Do you like that call there, Stiefel?
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard challenge. He just caught him late. That's all it was. Good call by the referee.
Only giving him a warning here. That will set up a free kick opportunity for the Hornets. Barbu and Bond back there.
And it looks like Bond's setting up to take this.
Is this a shot that can possibly be on frame here? Is this a shot that is possibly going to look up to set up a teammate to score, or maybe a set piece here?
He's got to hit it hard, and he's got to hit it low.
Bond shot wide left.
Yeah, with a shot like that from that far out, you honestly have to hit it with immense power to where it's slowly rising. It's almost knuckling up.
Price back for the kick and finds his right back as well.
Good win right there by Toma, able to intercept that pass.
That's Bond on that left side. Very fast left winger, but can't keep the possession there, Stiefel.
Yeah, and Bond, I was talking to him last night. Like, one of the things that he does a really good job of is exploiting into space with his speed. He's so quick, but he's just got to be able to get that ball in front of him so that he's able to run into it and just cut those angles so that he's able to then expose this back line of the Wolverines.
Great slide tackle there. We mentioned the weather conditions. The field's slick due to a lot of rain. There's a lot of fog here, a lot of condensation in the air and on the ground.
Yeah.
How's that going to affect today's game here, Stiefel?
Yeah, I think it's starting to drizzle back a little bit. How it's going to affect this game? It's going to affect it in a great way. You're going to be able to be sliding into challenges. You're going to be able to get stuck in. And you might get a little muddy, but it's going to be great. And it's great weather as you're running up and down this field to be able to breathe. Because with this Florida humidity, Alvin, trust me, it gets hard to breathe real quick. So it's a beautiful night to be able to play some soccer.
That's a corner kick opportunity. The foot behind that one, Barbu. The seniority he has at that center midfield position. Can he deliver one into the box? He does. And that over the bar.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to try to bend that in at the front post. And so he's going to get another opportunity to do just that. And maybe he switches it up a little bit. But Andre's got a great foot to be able to find the ball. Just like what they call it is a mundial. It's like a score around the world, basically, where it bends in to the goal without any assistance from anyone in the box. So
high kick. Beautiful arc there, but just can't go deliver there in the box. We're seeing a lot of offensive opportunities here for the Hornets coming in early. Did you expect that at all, or did you think it was going to lean more towards the team that had 59 goals recorded?
Honestly, Alvin, I didn't know what to expect, because hearing from all the stats with the Wolverines, I didn't know whether to expect a great offensive presence or to expect just some impact. As we see a good build-up right there and a good cross, and we just saw your boy that you were talking about earlier. He was just making a great play of being able to play off of one of his teammates, and create that space and shot.
That's Dabo now in the center of the field. And another Dabo, because his brother's on the team here. That's one thing that's beautiful about Collegiate is that it's a family atmosphere. You get one person in the family or from your hometown, and you get a plethora of guys just continue the trend. And possession is going to be switched now in favor of the Wolverines. Here's Miller for the throw-in.
Unlucky with that touch. It's just a heavy touch. He was trying to bring it down.
Almost seems like a lot of their offense goes and runs through Dayblo. You saw that beautiful setup he had in the box there. Just couldn't convert right into the hands of Patello.
Yeah, and one of the things that we saw right there is that he has that ability to just turn on that switch of just attacking and creating an opportunity. And he might not get a ton of moments, but it's taking the moments that you do get and making the most of it. As we see a great ball from Bond, able to find feet.
I love that phrase, finding feet. Barboa misses a defender. He'll take a shot from long range.
Barbu, Andre had a great shot, and so it's nice to see that he's getting hungry early on of trying to catch Ethan sleeping, and we saw just how quickly it can turn of being able to throw off defenders like Jack Miller, trying to get in front of the ball.
Tomu with the head on that one. Beautiful quick kick there delivered by Ethan Price, though. We see the Wolverines consistently trying to feed the ball to Dayblow. It almost seems like a reoccurring thing. It almost seems like he initiates a lot of their offense here, Stiefel.
Yeah, and I think, we see right here where they're trying to just switch it so that they're able to play someone else so that he's able to get involved in the play. As we see a great run right here by the left back from the Hornets.
And that's Dienda. Torres. And beautiful passing here by the Hornets. And just like that, an easy turnover. Switch of possession in favor of the Hornets now, rather the Wolverines.
Good win right there from Bond, able to dispossess the Wolverines. Good move right there from the Wolverines, able to step up into that gap and intercept the pass.
Great delivery there from the back line. That's Torres, also known as Marines around here on campus. His nickname. A guy I actually have class with. Super excited to, you mentioned it earlier. Collegiate life and Turkey Bowl life is an opportunity to see your classmates just go at it and play on the biggest field and the biggest stage provided on campus.
Yeah.
Because, of course, at Pensacola Christian, it's one thing to see someone on a chapel stage or see someone in passing in Collegiate Hall, but seeing your friends performing on the same field that national champions play on in the Eagles, something that you don't really take lightly here.
Yeah, and it's fun when you talk to people that are playing for Collegiate. Like, if you talk to any Collegiate team for any sport, if you get to play on Eagle Field, you love it because you are able to have a ton of the student body out here with the atmosphere of just being able to enjoy hearing chants, hearing people yelling your name, people just rooting for the other team, giving you some hype to want to win and beat them, and so it's great.
It's also great cardio. A lot of the fields that you play on for Collegiate and in a lot of these games are relatively smaller compared to this college-sized field. And so, honestly, the fatigue matter could be a big of an issue here in this match today.
Yeah, and one of the things that the Hornets are doing a great job of early on that is kind of hurting the Wolverines is utilizing the field and moving the ball. It's a very, very wide field when you have it fully out, and it's a bit different from all the other collegiate fields from East and Rawson, because
also First Street as well,
and First Street, yeah, because they're a lot more narrow, and so it's not as wide, but they are kind of a bit longer. But this one's a lot wider, and so it forces you to honestly cover more ground and have to run a lot more.
Well, it also allows you to take advantage of the space that's allotted to you as well, Stiefel.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you have to really be aware of when you're watching and playing in games like these, is that the ball is going to be traveling and it needs to do a majority of the work. Good challenge right there. See Jack Miller playing hard against Bischoff.
Great challenge there, but recognized there by the official. I believe that's a warning administered to both those players.
I think Miller's been warned already. This is his second warning, so he's got to be careful that he's not getting a card drawn.
That is Bischoff there for the free kick. An opportunity to possibly put something on frame or set up a set piece. Delivered into the box, but batted back by the defense there, Stiefel.
Yeah, and we see a big clearance right here to Barbu. And he has two guys around him, just able to settle the ball down and find feet out wide.
Huge pressure there by the Wolverines. Striker.
And we see David Deonda just over on that wing playing with Barbu, just trying to find the the easy spot of being able to find the next pass and not forcing it, and trying to make sure that he's keeping the possession for his team.
That's Miller who advances the ball. But that one goes out of bounds. One thing that's a lot different here is the way time elapses in the collegiate life game. 15 minutes passes in the college game, then you're about like 30 minutes, 30% way through the game, but 15 minutes pass and you're almost done with the half of regulation.
Yeah.
Big kick there from Bork. Can Bischoff work with it? That one goes out of bounds and will be Wolverine possession.
Yeah, you were mentioning how time flies in collegiate games. It's so fast. And one of the things that you have to really be aware of is how much time you really have on the clock and how much you have to push in picking and choosing your moments to kind of explode with the energy. Because if you don't explode quickly, the clock's going to run out.
They feed Dayblow. And a beautiful pass. Dayblow inside. He'll shoot, no good. Finds his brother Cole. Dayblow inside, trying to work against an array of defenders. And beautiful defense there by the Hornets back line, preventing the capitalization. I'll set up a long throw-in opportunity from deep in the corner. And Dayblow makes his defender fall. Can he keep it inside on the cross? He does. A bit long. This is almost like the first offensive trip that we're seeing here from the Wolverines here, Stiefel.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job of moving the ball in there, but it's just about finding the 1-2s with your team. Great ball right there from Bischoff, trying to find feet right there.
Too big of a touch here, and just like that, we're in the offensive attacking third of the Hornets, just based off a simple clearing and a false touch there by the Wolverines.
Yeah, and they were trying to find Leon Yachter just right there, of being able to exploit in that space and settle the ball down so that he's able to create something up top, because he hasn't really had the ball much. And so it's really about getting your forward the ball and making sure that he's able to create something together with the rest of the team.
Is going to stay here with the Hornets. And a long throw-in deep in the corner. Here's Miller. Barbu there. Toma finds Barbu. Beautiful cross inside. A great recovery by the back line of the Wolverines. Stiefel, it's almost like a chess match between the pawns on this game. It's just one person makes a move here, one person makes a move there. Such great soccer we're getting able to witness here tonight.
Yeah, and being able to see these guys work hard and try to move the ball. I mean, we just saw right there Barbu trying to switch the field. That's really what it's about, is you have to be able to switch the field and get those opportunities. As he's able to find Bond right there. Bond trying to find the through ball.
That's Toma. Toma, he has chance here. Ooh.
Toma.
That was almost turkey time there, brother.
Yeah, almost had our first goal of the men's game.
Didn't seem like he was the most balanced, but got a quality shot off, just high off the post.
Yeah, he wasn't able to take a touch and settle it so that he was able to hit it square across. And so he was kind of trying to hit it while he was generating top speed.
Top speed and momentum. Sent that ball flying. Here's Miller in the midfield. A lot of space to operate here. And he'll find Cole Dayblow. An attempt to cross it over to his brother, but controlled by the Hornets defense. Never mind that. Actually granted here to Hornets. Barbu with a big touch, but somehow gets into Bischoff. Beautiful touch there by Barbu. Not able to get to that pass, though.
Yeah, and he did a great job of being able to find that easy pass. But then Bischoff just, he's not able, Andre understands that he's not able to be everywhere across this field.
Yeah.
And so he's acknowledging that and reminding Bischoff, hey, I'd love to be able to do that, but I got to be on the field for as much as I can, help this team.
Miller. Barbu with a great pass, but set back by the back line. Toma gets a hand on it and drops it back to Torres.
Yeah, I think he got a foot on it, not a hand, Alvin.
Yeah. Did I say hand on it?
Yeah.
I'm just getting so used to this broadcasting basketball, man. And if it was a foot on it, that'd be more attention drawn to it than it seemed to be.
Yeah. All good.
Here's now Lou. Now breaching the 10-minute mark in the first half of play. What's your assessment here on both teams' offensive approaches here?
I really do think that the Hornets are doing a good job of holding possession, and that's what's going to help them throughout this whole game. And it looks like this game really is going to be a counterattack chance for the Wolverines because they really haven't been able to hold any possession. And so they need to do a better job of keeping possession and actually creating opportunities for themselves instead of just trying to kick the ball long. So it's just settling the ball down and playing off of each other, which when they've done that, they've been able to create some great opportunities for themselves.
And possession switches in favor of the Hornets, now with just under 10 minutes remaining. Wow, Torres almost makes a mistake on the back line. Fortunately gets it out there. Barbu with the pass, but stopped by the back line. Wow, Barbu got up there. And a slide tackle, advantage in favor of the Wolverines. That's dropped back. And what's the call there, Stiefel?
I mean, that was a tough challenge, and they're probably calling for a card, and they were wanting a card. But I think he's going to give the same grace that he gave Jack Miller earlier, which is he's going to let him off with a warning. But I can see right there from the forward for the Wolverines that he's trying to get Barbu out of the game. He's controlling that midfield. I mean, we talked about it at the beginning. The midfield controlling the game is crucial, and right now the Hornets are able to control this game, and the Wolverines are not able to gain possession in the middle of the field. And so it's really, they've been working on the wings and doing a better job. They need to do a better job of just holding down the midfield. And Jack's trying to do it, but it's going to take more than just him.
One thing I like to say about the midfield, it's almost like the steering wheel of the car. And right now, the Hornets have it in cruise control. Hawes. They try to work it up to Bond here. Toma takes the pass intended to Cook. Drops back to Bork. Now Torres has it. A big clear would be favorable. They work it up the sideline.
Yeah, just not able to find feet right there. And he's not able to find that easy pass.
Here's Bond. Beautiful pass. Can Bischoff capitalize? Great run to the ball.
Unlucky. He just stepped on it. He caught up, but he just stepped on it.
Very unfortunate, or in the words of David Stiefel, unlucky. There's a little mistake in the back line. Bischoff can't control it.
Yeah, and just like what I mentioned earlier, really this game is going to come down to its counterattack. Just that from the Hornets was a counterattack, and so either team, when you have a counter, it can go either way. It's going to be one moment that one team is able to just break through.
Bork with the big send. Hawes there.
Ooh.
Very physical play. An automatic switch of possession.
And I think, again, the referee is going to say, just be careful next time.
Didn't think that was a bit intentional, and it wasn't a scoring opportunity for either teams. The center official being very gracious. Great run there by Dayblow, and an near miss by Jack Bork in the back line. Now 6 minutes remaining in this first half. I'm not gonna lie to you, Stiefel, with this scoreless first half, this can cause a lead for a very aggressive second half. What's the call here?
Wow. Wow. He's calling a penalty.
Wow. Unbelievable.
He's calling a penalty when they went up 50-50 for the ball, and he punched out the ball. Botello did a good job of punching out the ball, but now it looks like not the greatest call is going to come in the Wolverines' favor.
So does it look like it's going to be a free kick opportunity for Dayblow, or will this be a situation where now it's going to be a free kick opportunity or a goal kick opportunity
No,
for Botello?
that's a penalty kick.
Wow.
For the Wolverines, which I honestly, like, unbiased, like, that was not a penalty. They just went up 50-50, and in any other situation, if you put a 50-50 in the middle of the field and one player goes down, you're not going to call that a free kick. So,
well, let's see if the Wolverines can capitalize by the call made by the center official. He's been gracious all night, but he called the obvious one, the collision between Dayblow and the goalkeeper. Here is Jack Miller. Strike on the way in, a goal for the Wolverines!
And we're off. 1-0. 1-0 for the Wolverines. And one big step towards making history tonight.
Jack Miller staring down the camera. It's almost like he was looking at me in that situation as he buries that shot on Botello.
Yeah, and that definitely kind of, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. They didn't really have any opportunities up top. It's just been kind of here and there. So them being able to get a goal right there is huge.
Comes in a controversial moment. As you said, both of them go for the ball, and he gives it in favor of the offensive player. Now the Hornets in deep desperations to now equalize.
Yeah, that's a tough tackle right there. And it looks like the Wolverines are starting to play with a little more confidence than they were a few moments ago.
Very physical match. And another unfavorable call for the Wolverines by the center official. Sets up a free kick opportunity now for the Wolverines. Miller behind this one as well. Miller with a volley in his left foot in the game against the Stingrays. He sends a big one over the bar. Love Jack Miller. He could be on my fantasy football team for that one. That one went far there, Stiefel.
Yeah, if we had a field goal would be good.
Absolutely. Now under 3 minutes remaining in regulation. The Hornets in desperate favors to equalize.
Good battling right there.
That's Yachter in the open field. Very physical battle. And another favorable call by the center official in favor of the Wolverines.
And it seems like everything's being called for the Wolverines right now, which is great. I mean, it's exactly what you want after going up a goal.
Header, can we get a counterattack here? Toma! Can he get there first? He can't. Stopped by the back line. Coleman Cook in reach of the ball. They drop it back to Torres. Now 2 minutes remaining in the half. Here's a long ball stopped by the back line. They sent another one.
Looks like he's offsides.
I don't know about that one, Stiefel. I thought he was just in stride with the other back defender on the Wolverines, but evidently that sideline official had the better call on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell from this angle. I'm going to go with it. It kind of looked like he was a little bit further from my angle, but hey, I'm not down there.
And that attacking offense for the Hornets, they had their eyes wide open in that situation.
Yeah, and we see right here, we're going to get a big kick from Jack Bork, being able to try and generate something right here up top.
In the midfield now to Coleman Cook. Miller tries to set up Dayblow, but to no avail. To remind you from last year's game, the Hornets were actually down 1 against the Stingrays by a penalty kick going into the second half as well. The clock is stopped on the official time now. The rest of it will be in the hands of the official. Here's Miller, sets up Dayblow. Dayblow goes to his brother. Here's an attack inside. One on the goal, and a clean slide tackle by Torres.
Yeah, that's some great battling. Ooh.
That one wasn't clean.
I don't know about that one.
The first one was pretty good, but
I think that one was pretty much from my angle, and maybe it's the wrong call, but that looked like it was a 50-50 shoulder, and he just got outbodied.
that was Andre.
Barbu, yeah, Barbu.
That Barbu on that side actually, or no? I thought
Yeah, that was Barbu. He was dropping back and helping support on that left side.
Looked like let me say his last name, Andrade. There we go. Andandre. First
Yeah,
name
Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade. There we go. Big shoulder there by the Wolverines. That's Coleman Cook. And that's the first half, I believe. There's Stigful.
Wow, that was a great first half.
First goal comes in controversy after a penalty between Botero and also Austin Dayblow. But the Wolverines going into this second half are up by 1.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that the Wolverines are already starting to complain about is about the physicality. And I mean, it's a physical game. It's the championship game. You can't expect it not to be physical. So,
more good soccer when we come back. Once again, that's that goal by Jack Miller to put the Wolverines up 1-0 going into the second half. But until then, Alvin Chapman and David Stiefel when we come back. But until then, please enjoy some promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College. Thank you.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
It's a passion that unites us. the heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
grab some concessions, and head back to your seats as we prepare for our second half. The second half of play will start in just a few moments.
We are back with more action here in the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I'm Ivan Chapman alongside me, star left winger, former national champion with the Pensacola Christian College Eagles on that 2019 team, David Stiefel. David, great to be beside you today. And honestly, it's great to just have you on the broadcast in general this season, getting a chance to broadcast the Eagles as they try to get another national championship this year.
Yeah, and they're making history of their own, just kind of like the Wolverines are trying to do tonight. And we see just how this game is already getting picked up, and we see some high competition right here of just some hunger of wanting these guys to work hard. And you see Bischoff is dropped into the center mid.
Wow.
And Andrade sliding out of bounds as he's trying to recover that ball.
That's interesting. Is Barbu in the lineup? Yes, he is. Still in the midfield position. But I'm loving this defensive approach provided by the Hornets. The Hornets looking to equalize quickly here. And a double team. Here's Bond, goes middle to Toma. Toma fakes his defender. And he megs his defender as well. Despite the turnover, Stiefel, great dribbling moves there provided by Daniel Toma.
Yeah, and we see right there Andre playing it smart and putting some pressure on the attacker.
Here's the cross! And the shot! Goal!
Oh, wow.
That's Dayblow! Cole Dayblow! Receives the beautiful pass. And just like that, 2 minutes in, the Hornets are down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and that's phenomenal. I mean, they were able to create that chance, and we see it on the replay, just off a deflection right there from Nicholas. And so
it almost seems like it went off the back foot of Barboa and then ricocheted to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, you could see how Nicholas right there to the right back, he was trying to defend it, and he was turning around and unable to really get any sort of touch on it except for an unlucky back heel.
I said Barboa, I meant Barbu. But what a turn of events here. The Hornets now down by 2 scores. A lot of football remaining, but at the same time, still not a lot of football remaining. In the college game, 27 minutes is halfway through the first half.
Yeah, and a lot can happen. I mean, the game's not over till it's over. You see
Great fight there by Bischoff.
Yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, Alvin, we were talking about it. And Barbu really right now, when you're down 2-0, the biggest thing, his biggest weakness right now in leading this team is just making sure that he's staying mentally strong.
And a great slide tackle, but in the hands of the Wolverines. That's Coleman Cook on that reception. And batted back to the neighbors. I think that went on somebody's roof.
I believe it.
That's a long throw-in on the sideline. And one thing that's so interesting with soccer is just one goal changes the whole perspective of the game.
Yeah, the momentum's definitely switched for the Wolverines. Right now they're hungry. Ooh, that is a rough tackle.
And a yellow card administered as well. That went on Bischoff. Fortunately, that was just right outside of the 18.
Yeah, and that was a tough tackle. I don't know if he needed to get in that hard, but
maybe a frustration play, who knows? But that's now Jack Miller behind the free kick opportunity, which honestly has an opportunity to be on frame. Here's Miller, shot on the way, low on the ground, stopped by the wall. Need a quality counterattack here by the Hornets. Beautiful ball. And a stoppage of play there by the center official. Not gonna lie, Steve, I don't know that call.
right there, it was a late challenge. I mean, Bischoff is frustrated. He was able to win that pass. And the referee just not making a call. And right now, I'm sure the emotion on the field is probably thinking that the referee is against them, but that's not necessarily the case.
Bond misses his defender, but goes into a wall of Wolverine jerseys. For that tap back, that was number 13, DJ Yiter, a freshman from Indianapolis. And a stoppage of play there. Another whistle blown for Bischoff.
Yeah, and we see both number 7s battling it out.
Big kick there. Collected by Cook. And the Hornets now in a hurry. In a situation where they're now going to have to play from behind. In soccer, being down by 2 is almost like being down by 10 or 15 in basketball. And 14 or 15 in football. Playing from behind is a situation where also the Hornets haven't had to face in their entire seasons, David.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that this Hornet team is really having to do is dig deep, and they just dispossessed right there as we see
Here's
Dayblow.
Dayblow. He's attacking. Very big touch collected by the keeper.
And that was really smart right there from Jack Bork, being able to get in front and cut off his pass and his angle right there for Dayblow and cutting off the ball from the man.
An attempt to set up Cook. Opportunity with the keeper.
That was definitely interesting. Botello came out, and he came out with a high cleat. So that was really interesting, the way he came out. Almost took off the head of the Wolverine attacker.
Great head there by Bond. And a great slide tackle as well. He'll stay consistent with the play. Fine Hawes. An attack at the goal. And a stop by the Wolverines defense. That will set up a corner kick opportunity on the left hash. And Steve, well, this is a pivotal one.
Yeah, we see right here how both attackers in that last play for the Hornets were pressing hard. They're trying to win the ball, and right now both teams are hungry and they want to finish this game out, but Hornets coming with the corner. You see an in-swinger right there from Barbu. We see a quick counter coming as we see Coleman building and trying to find Dayblow in the gap.
Wow, he had number 10 there, Cole Dayblow, on that sideline. That's not number 10. That's definitely not Cole Dayblow. Let's see the back of that jersey. Number 16, my apologies. Johnny Ramos for the drop back there, but they try to get a little too greedy. Here's Bond now for the throw-in. Stiefel, you being a guy that has played a lot of quality soccer, even in games where you've won big, even in games where you've lost in the huge games, but you all have been in very pivotal games. What do you do in a pivotal game when you're playing from behind?
I mean, one of the things you have to do mentally is check in the sense of you can't check out of just giving up on this game and believing that you can still do something. That's the biggest thing as a player. As soon as you get frustrated and as soon as you as soon as you start thinking that you've lost and that you've lost hope, then you start playing in a way that honestly isn't necessarily beautiful soccer. It's kind of, it gets chippy and it goes downhill really fast.
Dismantling defenders, an attempt to switch fields, and a penalty now in favor of the Wolverines after an array of dribble moves.
Yeah, we see a free kick awarded right there. And Bischoff needs to be careful. He's on a yellow. He can't be just getting into random tackles.
Long ball delivered to Dayblow. Barbu wins that challenge and loses him in clear space. Toma. Bond. Torres. He'll fight for it. Torres playing a little out of position here. That one goes out of bounds. Phenomenal defense there by the Wolverines. Not a lot of options for Torres to throw it to. Ends up back on his foot. Bischoff loses it. Dayblow with control. And here's the counter.
It's a great
and a
tackle.
Great slide tackle. Jinx Yo Minnesota there.
Yeah, and we see right here some good pressure on that wing as the Hornets are able to win the ball right there. Hey, 18 minutes, game on.
Need one more step to attempt an equalizer. Can it be done? We'll see. Cross it to the box. Someone's there. I believe that's Bond. Hit as he attempted a shot. Now he's floating it up.
Seems as though he might be cramping.
Do you like the no call there, Stiefel?
I mean, that was a 50-50. Again, I mean, the goalkeeper has every right to come out.
So what's the other one?
Yeah. You really don't want to see him going down and not being able to walk. That's great to see that he's able to get up and able to keep playing.
They need him. He's a pivotal part to their offense. If they're going to try to mount up a comeback, Bond certainly needs to be on the field. Seems to be okay, though. Maybe it's that extra boost of adrenaline that just boosts in, and maybe will hurt later. But as long as it doesn't hurt for the next 16 minutes, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Great attack there by Toma. Toma!
Oof. Toma was looking like a freight train that no one wants to get in front of. Just unlucky right there.
Here's Dayblow. Uses his inside foot, and beautiful stop there by Bork. Bork. Great stop there by the back line.
And I believe that was Nepshield.
And that's Hawes. Hawes with the shot! On the half volley. Looks to bury it. Steve, you would have went berserk if that would have went through the netting.
Oh yeah, that's on frame, that's in.
Yeah.
That was a laser.
And there was absolutely nothing Ethan Price could have done about that one if that was on target. Just wide right. Price probably could have watched that one going as well. He'll deliver a ball to Austin Dayblow. Barbu loses it. Here's Ramos. Yatcher tries to work. Dayblow somehow keeps it inside. Torres playing high. Slide tackle somehow elevates the ball. Barbu is there. Dayblow finds his brother. Two-man Dane. Dayblow finds his brother. Can he get number 2? A very risky slide tackle. I clenched up when I saw those cleats go up against his shins.
Yeah, it looks like Bork was going in for a tackle and then some.
A little bit more and then some too there, Stiefel.
Yeah.
Now 15 minutes to get 2 goals. Can it be done here, Stiefel?
Yes. Just a little bit of faith. Can be done, and I think the Hornets are doing a good job of applying pressure. If they can get one, the momentum's changing. I say that right now.
Yatcher tries to get it up to Hawes, but no one's home. Another great slide tackle. The Hornets still playing aggressive in spite of the many warnings and in spite of the many cards that are in their favor. Toma nearly loses his dribble. Toma tries to drop it back, but loses possession. Now the Wolverines with numbers. Here's Ramos in the corner. Gets it over to Miller. Miller tries to go inside on the foot of Bork. Botello out of the box as well. Miller called for the foul. Now 13 minutes remaining for the Hornets to try to get 2 goals.
Yep, one of the hardest things in collegiate is to go back-to-back champions in one sport. And for the Hornets, that's proving to be just that challenge tonight.
Big shot attempt to switch fields. Cole Dablow's there, but Bond receives it. Great touch as well. Too strong run now in the hands of the Wolverines. Beautiful 2-man game intercepted by Bond. Toma finds Barbu. Barbu goes to Bischoff. Bischoff serves that ball on a platter to the Wolverines, but they'll get the possession right back. Stiefel, a lot of soccer remaining, but at the same time, not a lot of soccer remaining.
Yep, and one of the things that right here as the game is continuing to progress is we see Bond trying to break out into space and create something for himself.
Bond tries to take on 3 defenders, but that ball goes out of bounds. Possession will remain here with BKD.
Yeah, and the Hornets really trying to build something right here, as we see Andrade with the shot.
Toma got the rebound. Shot on the way. A lot of air under that one. If it was a field goal, that probably would not have been good either.
Yeah, it would have been far right if there was a field goal on the field.
Absolutely. Listen, I can have Jack Miller on my fantasy team, but I might just want to keep Barbu in soccer. Shot on the way. Bond is there. Good header. Yachter got a head on it. Yachter, an attempt. And the ball awarded to Ethan Price, the keeper. Yachter used his inside foot to try to get it towards the goal. A lot of collision with the back line of the Wolverines as well. And Stiefel, the fog is coming among us.
It's a tough tackle right there from Bischoff and Miller. And we see that the Hornets are able to win the ball right there.
I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. I can hardly see across the field people's faces, let alone numbers, due to the immense fog that is among us.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that I'm super excited to see tonight is that they're able to just continue to play on, and that it's just a game that both teams are continuing to fight, as the fog is kind of adding to the suspense of what tonight is.
Miller stopped, but stays with it. Toma will accelerate it up. Got to make a move here. And that one will go out of bounds, but in the Hornets attacking third. Now under 10 minutes remaining in this half. Shot inside, no good! That shot, unfortunate. One of the clearest opportunities the Hornets had all night, but unable to capitalize on that attempt. Here is Ethan Price with the big swinger. Toma goes to Bischoff. Controlled by Paizeta. Barbu will try to set up Bond. Can he get there? Ball slows down. Here's a cross. No good.
And he was able to get the corner out of that. That's
Wow.
surprising.
Some call that a blessing from the Lord. Here's Hawes here. All they need is one goal to attempt an equalizer. That's actually Bond in the corner. Sends it in. Right back to him. Nobody home there for BKD. Here comes another one. Far post. No good.
Yeah, unlucky for Bork.
Stiefel now under 8 minutes remaining. It seems like my prediction may go through.
Yeah. We might see history go through tonight with Wolverines if they can finish it and finish strong.
In the hands now of Jack Bork, who'll send it back on the right sideline. Miller. Dayblow. Great cut back there. Miller will take a, ooh, not take a shot. Couple fakes there, even got the announcer. Bond receives it. It would have been better in front of him. Bond falls on his face. Bischoff playing aggressive and spiked the card. That's going to stay here with BKD. Stiefel now breaching the 7-minute mark. No scores here for the Hornets.
Yeah, and I do think that if the Wolverines can keep up this defense, they'll be able to close this game out with a shutout. But, I mean, this Hornet team is battling, and the effort that they're putting forth is definitely one they're trying their best.
Oh, now, both Cole brothers, actually, no, that's actually Jack Miller. He'll drop it back to Ramos. Still fighting for it.
Oof.
A mess up on that back line. That might have been Coleman Cook.
Hey, even if he messed up, he was able to backtrack and win the ball back. That's all that matters.
Table with a lot of room.
Great tackle right there.
Shot on the way, no good. Now breaching 5 minutes remaining. And if the Hornets can't make something happen, history might have been made tonight on Veterans Day weekend, where the Wolverines will collect their first ever Turkey Bowl victory in collegiate history. Long ball.
See a through ball.
Shot on the way! Great stop there by Ethan Price! Cutting off the angles.
Wow. Ethan did a phenomenal job right there of just covering the angles and coming up with a big save. Like we talked about earlier, I mean, it's coming up with the big saves and the big moments, and that's a big moment.
Bischoff will send one hard on the ground. And I'll set up another corner kick opportunity. Bischoff, the recipient. Four minutes remaining. Shot on the way. Had people home on the back post. That will become a long throw-in. And honestly, those long throw-ins deep in the corner, some of the hard ones to pull off. Here's Toma. Toma with space. Batted back. One more play. Toma. And a foul called.
I think it might have been a handball right there.
Was it in the box, though?
No.
Just outside of it. Haas moving quickly here. Haas will send one in. No bueno there, Stiefel.
Nope. No bueno. And it looks like the score is going to be 2-0 with the Wolverines closing out this game. They've been doing a great job of just holding the ball and defending. I mean, I feel like the Hornets have been on attack. And the Wolverines have done a great job of being able to just hold down the fort and continue to, like, defend.
Nasty collision, no call by the official. Here's a long ball. Bork and Dayblow. And too strong of a touch, it goes out of bounds. Here's a throw-in. 1-2 game. Dayblow will walk inside. No good, his brother's there. Great defense by the Hornets. Hate to say it, but they don't need good defense now. They need to put something in the back of the net, or the Wolverines will make history.
Good through ball for Bond right there.
Bond will send one in. Collected, batted back by Price. Here comes the counter. Now just under 2 minutes remaining.
Ooh.
Drops his defender. Steve, it looks like the Hornets are going to have to do the impossible to prevent the Wolverines from making history. But I don't think that's happening.
I mean, it's too little too late. It just seems like the urgency is kind of gone from the Wolverines.
Started with a penalty kick right at the conclusion of the first half. And Cole Dayblow finishing a beautiful cross inside the box, taking advantage of the goalie being out of position. Can they score again? Collected by the keeper. And now we have just a minute remaining. And ladies and gentlemen, I think the Wolverines have done it.
Just seconds left.
The remaining time will be kept by the head official.
Quite unbelievable.
I think we might see some people storm the field on this one.
Shot on the way. Nearly a goal. Bond down. And here comes a number of substitutions here. And the Wolverine faithful are being celebrated. They won basketball last semester. They won football last semester. And in a matter of moments, the Wolverines have shocked the college and created history.
Yeah, it'll be the first championship that they've ever won in collegiate history, and so this is definitely a huge moment.
Here's the kick. And another attack here. And we talked about the conditions all night.
And that is the game.
Wow.
What a time for Turkey Bowl. Turkey Bowl history, folks.
David Stiefel has been saying it all night. It's been turkey time all game. And the Wolverines are your 2023 Turkey Bowl champions. The first ever Turkey Bowl they've ever had in collegiate history.
Yep, it was phenomenal what they did tonight. They were able to put their chances away. I mean, take it for what you will. I mean, either way, the ball went in the back of the net. We've said it multiple times. However you need to win, win.
Midfield, our collegiate sports coordinator, Mr. Jacob Gentry, will present the Men's Collegiate Soccer Championship Trophy. Thanks for attending this year's Men's Turkey Bowl. Concessions will remain open on your way out. Stop by and grab a bite to finish the evening. Let's hear it one more time for the Wolverines. Have a
And there
great
goes the
night.
celebration. The pomp and circumstance. The Wolverines are victorious. What a game for them as well, Stiefel.
Yeah, phenomenal night for the Wolverines. And it's exciting for them to have made history tonight.
Listen, they found feet. They finished it in the back of the net. And whether you call those goals quality or whatever you have to say, the ball went in the back of the net more times than the other teams. And right now, Pi Zeta, the Wolverines, they did the impossible, they stopped the impossible, and they are now victorious as your 2023 champions for the Turkey Bowl. What time is it now, Stiefel?
It's turkey celebrating time.
It's turkey time. As they receive their medals in celebration, they knocked off the reigning champion Hornets, who with the win tonight could have tied the Stingrays, having the most Turkey Bowl wins in school history. But they did it. They're the champions, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Stiefel, any final words, my friend?
Congrats, champions. You deserve it.
How do you say turkey time in Spanish?
All right, we need to end this live stream.
I need it. What's turkey time? I need you to tell me.
All right, I'll just say golazo and we'll call it.
Golazo?
All right, golazo on 3. Ready?
One, two, three.
Golazo!
There we go. Great celebrations there for the Wolverines, your 2023 champions this year. Congratulations. Thank you so much, your viewers at home who have joined us here today. I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with the fantastic left winger and play-by-play commentator, David Stiefel. And we'll see you guys next year.